Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2024 general reading. We are looking at the first half of July, roughly the first couple of weeks, and this reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. It is always an honor and a blessing to be able to do these videos, and you are part of that, so thank you so much for being here. So, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Sagittarius, this video is for you. If you are cross-watching for a Sagittarian, this video is also relevant. Remember, it is a general reading, so it may resonate a little differently for everyone who watches it. Take what has meaning and resonance for you and leave the rest behind. If you know any or all of your sign placements, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch those videos as well for any additional insight or perspective or just a different kind of viewpoint that it can provide for you. Now, if something really does hit home with you, if it really resonates and you'd like to pull the curtain back on it and maybe take a deeper look, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself, as a gift for someone else, please email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I'd love to hear from you, and I can usually get back to you the same day or within 24 hours with more information. I do offer a pretty wide variety of choices for reading options in all areas of life, different types, lengths, styles, budgets, spreads. There's something in there for everyone. I tried to put something in there for everyone. And I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling of readings as well. So if that's something you'd be interested in, please email me. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what the first half of July 2024 looks like for you. I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot, clarifying with the Bosch Tarot. Okay, Sagittarius, we begin nice with the Six of Swords. Some of you are healing, slowly but surely, moving away from the troubled, challenging times that you've been through. The worst is behind you. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but you're definitely headed in the right direction. Things are getting better. Now, as everyone knows, a healing and recovering process has its ups and downs, its up and down days, its up and down times, particularly in the initial stages of it. But overall, definitely headed in the right direction. It's going to get better. With the Emperor, but this comes from, could be from taking charge, from taking responsibility, taking accountability for yourself, taking charge of things. It could be that an older person or a person in a position of seniority and authority is helping facilitate this healing process of some kind of father or father figure or just an older individual. But this is kind of about taking charge of things, being responsible and accountable for things, your own decisions, making decisions for the greater good, maybe even for other people. Even if your emotions want to pull you in one direction, the Emperor says, no, this is the right thing to do here for everyone, if there's other people involved. Next, we have the Lovers. Significant relationship, perhaps a karmic relationship. The Lovers card often represents a choice because in the early tarot decks, there was no real Lovers card. There was a card called the Choice, and it showed kind of a man standing in front of two women or vice versa. The implication being that a choice had to be made, which is going to significantly impact the lives of everyone involved. Now, it might represent a third-party situation, it might not. The choice or decision could be just about the relationship. Do we move forward together? And if so, how? Do we make a decision to split and to go our separate ways? Perhaps there's a choice that needs to be made in another area of life. Maybe the relationship is fine, there's nothing, no issue there, but maybe a decision needs to be made in another area of life, like work or career or money or moving or relocating or about the kids or anything really, but it's going to impact that relationship, so it's kind of a mutual joint choice. In any case, the Lovers represents a choice that's going to affect a relationship kind of being at that crossroads. With that Lovers, we have the Four of Coins, a card of economy, a card of kind of tightening your belt. It could be that there is a financial and material component to the struggles that you've been through. You're recovering. You've had to kind of boss up and go, okay, we can't afford to do this anymore. Let's re-budget, or let's have a budget. Let's kind of tighten our belts a bit, because the Four of Coins is a card of being careful, because you don't want to, want to have some stability and security, and you want to save for the future kind of energy. Now, if there's no financial or material component and it's simply just emotional, again, the same fundamental energy is the same fundamental energy is true. There's healing and recovering, perhaps from the relationship having gone through a really rocky period, and part of that is taking charge and taking ownership and responsibility for your own individual choices, right? Maybe softening up a bit, seeing things from other people's side at the same time, not making any rash or spontaneous decisions or choices, being careful, because you don't want to lose what you have. Next, we have the Knight of Coins, also, or Pentacles, it's Knight of Earth, also a very careful card. In fact, the Knight of Earth is slower than his other three brother knights. Not to say he's slow, but he's slower than they are because he's Earth energy. He's cautious, detail-oriented, doesn't make any rash or foolish, spontaneous decisions, doesn't get distracted. He always crosses the finish line, or she. So it offers an opportunity, things moving at a steady 1 foot in front of the other pace, being cautious, being detail-oriented, sticking to the plan, sticking to the budget. It kind of nose to the grindstone with Judgment, another card that represents choice, significant choice to do the work, no matter how long it takes, because you're building for the future here. Yeah, it's recovery from some kind of challenge and difficulty, and being careful about how you invest of yourself, giving and receiving as you move forward into the future, whether this is purely emotional about the relationship or whether it's financial and material, which can then affect the emotional landscape of a relationship. Kind of rethinking things, reforming things, maybe tweaking the plan or the budget or the relationship, equity, the viability of who does what in the house and who gives what, and acknowledging both ways, right? And just kind of making the choice to, or having the choice at least, free will, free agency. Are you willing to do what it takes to put 1 foot in front of the other and just kind of plug through with, like our Knight of Coins here, our steady Eddie, in order to change the situation and improve and better the situation and create long-term stability and security? From the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy, is the Two of Cups, which makes sense because we have the Lovers here as well. I feel like this may be emotional renewal in an already existing situation, perhaps, for some of you. Because there's partnership as the theme here. Two of Cups and Lovers both. Let's peel it back just a bit. Two of Cups for overall energy, theme, focus, subject matter. The Magician, the Nine of Wands. The Lovers again. This is a decision that's going to have to be made jointly. It's not a solo decision here. It feels like perhaps there was a sense of maybe wondering if you should give up on something. Feeling just kind of tired, worn out, discouraged. But the Lovers and the Magician and the Nine of Wands is a decision, potentially, to push through whatever you have to push through because of the connection that the two of you have. Again, whether the issue is about the relationship itself or some other kind of external issue that's affecting the relationship. It's about making the decision whether you're going to push forward through it or not, or not. Taking responsibility, being accountable. I mean, and it's not going to work out the same for everyone. I mean, we do have, it's a significant choice here. Am I going to put the work and effort into doing this, or am I just going to decide to walk down a different path? Some of you will say yes, some of you will say no. It involves another person, so that's a whole nother world of choices there too as well. But that's what it's really about. You know, there is strong potential and possibility here for recovery. It's just about two people making the decision here. Well, whatever we have to do, we're going to do it. Because what else are we going to do? We've worked too hard to get here. We have too much history, And some people are going to say, yeah, I can't commit to it, It's different. But what I see here is the opportunity, and there is strong potential for recovery and recuperation. And if making the decision not to, then there's a way to do that too that's honorable and ethical. All right. I think I'm going to leave that there and just end with advice, guidance, and feedback messages from Spirit. I don't really feel like clarifying anymore. It seems to be, I feel like it needs to stand where it's at. All right. Advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. Okay. We have the Hierophant and Justice. This is about walking the tried and true path. This is about doing the right thing, the honorable, ethical, moral thing, which can be a variety of things, anything from getting married to if you decide to split up or have a divorce, there's an honorable, equitable way to do that as well. It could also represent seeking help from traditional path or traditional methods, especially if the relationship is struggling. It could be counseling, therapy, even financially and materially. It could be seeking out professional help and advice here. That's what's going to bring balance and temperance back to this situation. The Ten of Pentacles, long-term security and stability. This is what we have after all that time, that long, slow accumulation of effort and time and work that went into it. It's a card of inheritance and legacy. Long-term security and stability, meaning you're not worried about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, financially, materially, and emotionally as well. Six of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. This is about being more open to giving, being more open to receiving, being more open and paying attention to how fair the balance is of giving and receiving. And being more hopeful, positive, and optimistic about the future, not being quite so cynical and pessimistic, but being open to the possibility and potential in a bright and positive way. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. Those are your messages for the first half of July 2024. I hope you found them relevant and useful, or validating, or at least gave you something to think about, right? Again, if this did hit home, if it did resonate and you'd like to take a deeper dive on it, take a deeper look at it, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, personal readings make great gifts because they're personal. Anyway, if you're interested in any of that, email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can see that contact information by clicking on the description to this video. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings. I do post the generals every 2 weeks. In the meantime, stay safe and well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.